Hi, welcome to Norfolk Beekeepers. My name's Lee. If you've been watching the previous videos, you'll see that we've been running up to a split, which is an artificial swarm. What it means is to take one hive and create two out of the one, lowering the population within the hive, giving the queen and the bees more room to move around. The less population that are in there will also reduce the chance of it swarming. So it's not actually guaranteed a split swarm, but it does lower the chances significantly of them swarming. Now, I'm going to be away for a couple of weeks, so I don't really want them to swarm while I'm away. So we're going to be doing the split today. As I say, there are no queen cells in there. So what they will do, I'll transfer a frame over to the second hive with all stages of brood on there. All stages means from egg to capped cells. The bees within the hive that we're taking them from will be queenless at the end. It's the second hive we're going to put them into that will have the queen in there, which will create an artificial swarm. Now, there are three ways to stop bees from swarming. You can remove the brood, you can remove the queen, or you can remove the flying bees. And the method that I'm going to be using will be removing the flying bees. So any flying bees that go into the second hive will make their way back into the first. So there'll be no flying bees within the second hive. What the bees will do, there will be early young bees in there, which are nurse bees. They'll take care of the brood, clean the hive, as well as cleaning the queen and feeding her. So we'll go from there. Don't want to over smoke it, because in a moment I'm going to be looking for the queen. We're going to be transferring her into hive number 2 here. So we're going to take a look at the moment, make sure there's food. This is the first thing we're going to be moving over. Always remove the back frame first. This gives you allows you more room inside the hive to move around without actually killing any bees. If you can see that, I can't really come too close to the camera, there's nobody to man the camera but me. But there's still plenty of food on that frame, which is a very good thing. Shake these off. Queen's not on there. I'm going to transfer this. Well, actually just put it to one side at the moment, just so we can move around and have a look inside. Okay, again we've got a full frame of food there. The queen's not on there. She's most likely to be in the middle of the hive anyway, as that is where the brood is. The queen doesn't actually go around feeding inside the hive. It's the bees in the hive that actually feed her. They also clean her and attend to her needs. She's not on that one. There's a few bees in there. I'm going to push this at the back. Just going to go for the brood first. What we want is a good frame of brood with eggs and capped cells on it. I'm going to move these along. Come on. So try not to squash any bees. I don't really want to upset them at all. Now this looks like an old brood frame. You can tell because of the darkness around the middle. But yeah, there's food on that one as well. Can't see no brood on that one either, so we'll put that one back in. Okay, there's a little bit of brood on this one at the bottom. The queen could be on this frame. I can't see any queen cells. I don't think there is any in there, as I did look at them earlier and I couldn't see any then, but I'm just going to have another look just to make sure I haven't actually missed any. I don't want to be putting the queen and a queen cell into the second hive, as when the second queen emerges or is ready to emerge, the original queen will fly off and probably swarm with the second hive. So we don't want to put any queen cells in there, just the queen. Okay, next frame. Good amount of brood again. Still keeping an eye out for the queen. This frame here, I can actually see eggs in there. They're, just going to take a look for the queen. She's actually on here. There are no queen cells on this frame either. Actually, there is a queen cup I can show you. I'm just going to make sure the queen's not on here so I can bring the frame over to the camera. She's definitely not on there. Just going to shake these off. Okay, on here, if you can see that at all, let's have a look. Yeah, you see that? Just this little piece just inside there. You see that? That is a queen cup. Now the queen will lay an egg in there and they will develop that into a queen. I can't see any eggs in there inside that queen cup. Take a quick look again. It's very difficult because it's so deep. I don't think there's any egg in there. This is a good amount of brood with eggs on there. I'm going to transfer this one, I think, into the second hive. So this is our first frame of brood and eggs. Place that into the middle. Again, I'm still looking for the queen. I want to transfer her over to the second hive. Okay, this is a good frame. Plenty of brood again on this one. There are larvae in there. Just looking for the eggs to make sure that there are eggs on it. Okay, there's actually a couple of queen cups on this frame. I'll bring it over and show you. Where are we? Okay, you can see that one just at the top here. That's another queen cup there. They're always at the bottom of the frame, around the edges. To the swarming queen cells are always around the edge or the bottom. There's a second one here somewhere. Yeah, it's just here. Just here, it's a very small one. They're definitely preparing to build queen cells for swarms, so I think a split is probably a good idea. Just going to have a look at another one anyway. As we get closer to the front of the hive, may still come across the queen. Transfer this frame over with a few bees into the second hive. We're going for the frame just before the first frame. Again, some brood on there. Still keeping an eye out for the queen. I can see brood in there. A few eggs. I'll transfer this one over as well with what these are on there. I don't believe the queen is on this one either. Having a good look anyway. Can't see any queen cups or anything. I'll transfer this one over also to the second hive. So that's our 3 frames of brood. We'll be looking for food stores now. Actually, this one we took out from the back was filled with food. We'll place that one in here. And we want another bit of food in there as well. If there's not enough food in a week's time, then I will come up and I will feed them. I'll place that in there. You're going to need a few more nurse bees in there than what is in there at the moment. Still going to look out for the queen. Be back through the hive, look for her. I really want her in the second hive. What I'm going to do is close up the hive for now. I'm putting these new frames in that replaces the frames that I've taken out. I can't find the queen, but what I'm going to do is close this hive up for about half an hour. Now I shall come back then and look for her then and complete the split. Right, so I've come back. It's been about an hour, 2 hours. I've decided to come back, take another look, see if we can find her. So I was going to open the hive up and have a quick look again. Okay, just going to go through the frames again. I'm not going to use any smoke. I don't want to push her away from the frames. I'm hoping I'm going to find her on one of them. Yeah, I found her. She's on this frame. So I'm going to transfer this frame. I can't bring it over to show you because I don't want to lose her. Just going to shaking her into the new colony. Okay, she's in there. I just want to put some more nurse bees into the second hive just to reduce the population of this one a little. This one isn't too bad. Let's transfer this one over. I'm glad I came back down to have a look, otherwise it would have been more hard work tomorrow. So the queen's in here, so now I'm going to just fill it up with the frames that are taken out. This hive here, this hive is now queenless. But there are eggs and there are brood in there. They will develop a new queen from, the thing there's a couple of queen cups I left in there, though I don't think there's any eggs in it. So what they will do, they'll take an egg that's it's no more than 3 days old, and they will feed that royal jelly. Once it hatches, the queen will develop over time and it will create a long queen cell, but she will hatch about the 16th day. It's going to take about another week to 2 weeks before she starts to lay. Okay, so you've seen me put the queen into this hive with complements of brood in all stages with food. This one here, I've left enough bees in here as well with the same good amount of brood in there with food. So I divided them roughly about even, put the queen in here. Now, as I said earlier before, there are 3 ways to try to prevent swarming. That's to remove the queen, remove the brood, or remove the flying bees. Now, any flying bees that were on this inside on these frames, with flying bees are the bees in the later stages of life that are able to fly. Well, any flying bees that were transferred into here will come out and they'll go back into this hive here. So this hive will have a large reduction of brood in there, giving more space. There are nurse bees in there and there are flying bees in there. So this one, I've removed the queen. Inside this one here, with the new queen, again with brood, food, nurse bees, flying bees go back to this one. This one here now, I've removed the flying bees. So both of them have been treated with a split to prevent swarming. This one here, we're going to check next week. We're going to have a look in here to make sure the queen is laying eggs in there, they're taken to the new frames, and see if this one is developing nicely. Now, because they've been split, both hives are now fairly weak. They're weaker because this one was strong before, but now it's been divided into 2, it creates it a little bit weaker. This one will be about the same. So we're going to check this one next week. We're going to check this one in 2 weeks. But yes, thanks for watching. I hope you got the gist of the split, and we'll see you on the next inspection.